Welcome back to My Cup of TV with Jenny.
And Erin.
We're back.
We are back.
Finally. So you're just here as a courtesy.
I am.
This is not about you.
No.
It's about Youngie and I.
Yeah.
It's not about it's not about you, but it is about you.
Very, very well done.
Yeah. So yeah, we know we're a bit late on this one, but my man decided to release it on the day we went to Paris for Music Bank, so we weren't able to do it then. He just wanted to remind me who I belong to.
Who's the boss?
Yeah, who's the king, who's the boss.
Yep.
People, part 2. I love how they do part 2s.
Yeah, it just reminds you that things change, but where you've come from, it's a connection for everyone.
Yeah.
Like if you've really, really connected with that song, it's let's continue our story.
Yeah, that's how I felt then. This is how I feel about it now. That kind of. Yeah.
It's like I've had some processing time. Well, this is how my view has changed. And
Yeah.
I know that People was a very important song for a lot of Army.
It's like, it's very different when you think you're going in for an August D track.
Mm-hmm.
And we'd had like Dechita. And then to go into People, it was so different. We get some vocal.
And you're like...
And I love the dun 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 dun. It sounds like it's on like a steel drum.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Now you say that, yes, very much so.
I often find myself walking around going dun 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 dun. Or the, that's so serious.
It's slower. You can read everything and take your time. Like, it's really important.
He's really telling you.
Yeah, you need to hear this.
Yeah.
And take
Well, he
it
talks
on board.
about, so the word mediocrity comes up a lot. Like, what you think of as the mundane every day is special to me because I don't get to do it. And then what I have is special to you because you don't get to do it. But we all have that, don't we?
Yeah.
There's always something someone's got. The grass is always greener, that's it, isn't it?
It is. We've said this loads of times.
Yeah.
But I think there's so much beauty in the mediocre things
you take for granted. I think that the pandemic, though, showed that.
Yeah.
The simple things you couldn't do anymore.
And the stuff that actually at the core of it really mattered. And
yeah. So, are you in this one? We've only done one of her songs. We've seen her obviously do the song, with J-Hope. She's cute. Lovely voice.
Yeah. I just, whenever I hear her mentioned now, I'm like, yep, that's going to be great.
Yeah.
We've seen things. But I've just already decided that I love her.
Yeah, I think there's a reason that people in the industry, the other idols and everything, hold her in such high regard. I think that says a lot. There's popularity with fans and fandoms, but then there's respect of other artists that
respect of
says a lot.
Is
yeah. So I wonder how it's going to work because obviously in People, towards the end, there is that female vocal in there, isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder whether that's why he's thought I want a female vocal on this one as well.
Well,
but maybe even more because you wouldn't get IU just to do some backing vocal.
No. But like, making music for them, it's a different sound that they don't have readily available necessarily. I know they do use. Jodie always says what her name is.
Adora.
Yeah, I know that they use her. They probably do, but to be able to write a song and specifically say this bit, I hear this with a female voice or a different tone. It's exciting.
Please remember to like, comment and subscribe. If you are new, we do BTS videos twice a week, and then over on Patreon we are 2 weeks ahead, and we have run all of Gairo's on there, dance practices, all those things. Links will all be below for that and social media, and let's watch it.
Oh, and Bon Voyage. Is that what we're doing at the moment?
We're currently watching Bon Voyage.
Yeah, because I thought we're going to do an episode of Bon Voyage today, aren't we?
Yeah.
It's what I've told myself
we
that.
are.
Yay!
Okay, so we know that I use not in the MV because Yoongi mentioned it in a interview.
Oh boy, did he
mentioned it. I like the fact that they're like, I'm aware of what's being said and I'm not having none of this shit. Not on my watch.
He's a good level of punchy.
Yeah.
And he stays true to himself.
He has boundaries.
I very much respect that about him.
Yeah.
순간의 감정의 날 조건이 붙진 않은 무얼 사랑하는가 충분히 사랑받지 못한 맘이 그래서 무엇보다 신중한 타입 나는 나를 원해 진중한 사람 알잖아 영원은 멀었어 잔잔한 파도에도 힘없이 쉽게 무너져 상실은 무엇 때문에 슬픈 걸까 사실은 두려운 게 슬픈 거야
What's with all the hand shots?
He's making me
So beautiful. I'm gonna need you to read lyrics. I can't.
사실은 두려움이 큰 거잖아 함께 미래 그리던 우리는 없고 싸운 모든 성들을 부셔버린 것은 우린 거야 승패가 없는 게임 같지만 난 언제나 게임 루저 모든 걸 주겠다던 우리 모든 것을 부셔 떠나지 사랑이던 사람이든 모두가 이기적이기 때문이야 So far away you're gone
Oh, goodbye, Jenny.
Too far away you're gone I know I had to know
Oh, vocals from Yoongi. How low cut that is for him.
삶은 저항과 복종 사이의 싸움이라는데 내가 보기에는 외로움들과의 싸움이네 눈물이 터져 나오면 그대 울어도 돼 당신은 사랑받기에도 이미 충분한 충분한데
I love that like yellow and colour on him.
대부분 다 뭐 사람들한테 전달하고 싶은 이야기도 있지만 나 자신한테 이야기를 하는 것처럼 들린다라는 이야기를 많이 들었거든요. 사실이기도 하고요. 그때 당시에 코로나로 여러 가지 것들을 할 수 없을 때 굉장히 모든 것을 잃어버렸다라고 생각을 했을 때 썼던 곡이기 때문에 나 자신한테 되게 해주고 싶었던 이야기였습니다.
Is it weird that I love it when he does that?
Oh, that's made my heart ache.
What, the song or what he said at the end?
All of it. Oh, I know it sounds insane, but I need that bit to be on the actual track because I need to hear him say those words as well.
Now, I love the song, but I feel a bit overwhelmed with trying to take in lyrics and him and understand. Do you know what I mean?
There was a lot. I feel like I want to have a read of them to get my head together with it. But I will say he has such a way with words, and I don't understand how you can have feelings and so masterfully put them into language,
Articulate them.
Yeah. I struggle to explain how I'm feeling all the time, but to so beautifully put it together and then have create that feeling for other people.
Yeah.
We were right that how weird that we were saying, talking about the pandemic and
I feel completely overwhelmed.
Because I kind of thought, we were chatting about the pandemic and, we're probably really off base and that's one of those things that, like, we'll either cut out because we've been waffling or... I don't know why I didn't expect him to reference that. I just thought we would...
Beautiful lighting. Beautiful man. I mean, the MV was so, like... simple, just him doing everyday stuff, but so stunning. He's so beautiful.
It felt soulful, but painful and lonely. Yeah.
Then I felt like I used bits had like a bit of an R&B feel.
So her bits to me felt like the distant echo of hope.
Well, I felt like it was a voice in the background, like a memory.
Yeah, either a memory or what your thinking's gonna come. But all those settings would have been so beautiful if shared with someone else when you're there on your own.
Yeah, in the house with the dog, just write some music, having some coffee, sat on the bed.
They're all activities that they're great for a little while on your own, but the beauty in them comes with sharing them.
Do you remember what we said about the previous people and the mediocrity and the things you take for granted? So it's like if you've been with someone in that long-term relationship, living together, doing those things, you do those things every day. It's only once they're gone that I miss having the coffee with them. I miss just them being around. It's not like I miss going on dates. I miss, you miss just the general everyday them being there.
And then for them, a lot of the mediocre things are having time, probably getting the time to make their own coffee in the morning or just sit and
play with the dog
and have peace. And then having that, actually you're like, well, these are the things that I've been asking for all this time. Is it wrong now that... Because I think he said something about maybe not craving, but that the money, that bit of limelight.
Yeah. Is it worth it?
Yeah, but also I kind of take it a bit as, well, maybe actually that is the thing that I did want, and maybe I wanted that more than I thought I did. I really liked where he said selflessness can be selfish. I'm sure it was that line, but I think that's so true, because if you are so selfless and you do all this stuff, it can actually be really selfish for the people around you, because you're not letting them help you.
Yeah.
Or you're hindering them and their connection with you.
Yeah.
It's like, I always think I'm gutted if people don't tell me if they need help,
Yeah.
but I'm not someone that would
Ask for help.
yeah
Yeah.
and I think that's a very good way of actually explaining it. That really struck a chord with me, that line.
I tell you what I do want to do though. I want to watch it again. I probably won't keep this bit in the reaction because it gets quite long. Because like I said, I still feel completely overwhelmed and I can't grasp any kind of solid thoughts. Do you know what I mean? I feel like this is a really boring video of me just sitting there going, I don't know.
Yeah, I want to just like skim through them as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's watch it again. Then I can actually pay a bit more attention to him.
No, I'm doing that. You read lyrics and tell me. So, IU, that was all in English.
Yeah.
That
Didn't
again
you
hadn't
just-
registered.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, I feel completely overwhelmed.
Well, now we know from his bit at the end about where he
Yeah.
writing it. That then looks like that process almost of doing it, sitting up in the night
Yeah.
on your own, writing it.
He was talking about love and he's talking about being conditional and all the emotions and like a sandcastle in the slightest wave. And he was about dread, so I wonder whether it's that you want the connections with people, but opening up is scary. And in a way, because you dread what could happen if it goes wrong, you close off a bit. Do you know what I mean? So you want the connections, but it's a risk and you need to... And I would get that. I would absolutely understand that.
Yeah, it's like the opposite of better to have loved and lost than have never loved at all. I know a lot
Yeah.
of people's mentality, it's better to not.
Open up.
And, you know, if he's saying he wasn't loved enough, that can make you very cautious.
Yeah.
And I think you said something about like, the thing about loss. You said, I think then is...
You dread it more. Yeah.
Yeah, especially if you know you're losing, there's something slipping away from you. You just want it to be done.
And that dread, the fear of losing it, can make you lose it because you create the problem.
I want to give him a little hug.
So he also did the vocal part in English, and with hers coming in as well, it makes me think, if they did an MV, would they have done it mirrored? Like, he's leaning against the wall in his home, drinking coffee, obviously missing this person, being the way the vocals on her.
Yeah.
And she would be in her apartment doing the same thing, but it would be mirrored on screen, do you know what I mean? Like the wall in the middle.
Yes, yeah, I know exactly
what I
what you
mean?
mean. Or if we're saying that it's like an echo, like like a memory.
Or she'd be there like a ghost.
But I feel like her voice and that bit of the chorus is coming in as, I don't know if it's reassurance.
Reassurance is the word I was thinking.
You know, when you
Support?
you get quite low, and then there's just that little voice in the back of your head that keeps you going. Just a couple of few sentences and you remind yourself, and it sustains you.
Yeah.
And it feels like she pops in, and the first time she does it, it's her voice, and then he's believing in it as well.
And that's why he kind of repeats.
Yeah, like a mantra.
Yeah.
You're already more than enough to be
Yeah.
loved. That's a mantra in itself,
Yeah.
isn't it? Reminding that.
But again, he brought up there, like I said, selfishness, that love is selfish and people are selfish, and that if I gave it up, would I be happy?
Yeah, that half illusion
Yeah.
that if it wasn't for... I guess for them it's really... If for him, I feel like it can be really easy to say, well, I'm alone because I have to be because of the owner, because of all this stuff, but is that the reason? And would I want to trade that in? That like you the things that you tell yourself, like, oh well, if it wasn't for this, I would do this. That half illusion. Do you know, maybe I got a bit more than I thought I did on the first view.
I didn't. I'm still completely overwhelmed, and
it is very overwhelming.
It's a song that's sitting not like in my chest here. It's kind of just around the stomach. Does that make any sense?
Yes, yeah. I know what you mean. I have it here.
Yeah.
I have an ache.
That's what's weird, because I've had an ache here before for songs. I can't remember which one it was recently that sat in my chest, but this one's sitting there.
But it's that gut feeling.
Yeah,
that actually
it's the gut feeling.
If you're relating quite heavily to it, your gut's going, this is on the money, and I feel like I'm looking at it as like, oh, my heart aches because I can see how people do feel like that.
So there's a lot of Yoongi hands in this video. Does he know about the whole thing that armies have about his hands? Or is it like, because you use your hands to do stuff, he's just trying to show us that?
I take it as
the director's army and they know.
As a very back to nature, because he's got his shoes off.
Yeah.
Do you ever just get the feeling that you want to feel like grass under your feet, or it grounds you?
Yeah.
And that's where you can get your feelings from. You touch things, you feel what's going on.
I would also say, only my man can go and lay next to a pool but be fully covered. I'm not showing any skin. Only my man can do that.
I like to imagine once they were done filming, he jumped and like fully clothed went in it, just like, woo, we're done. I like to think there's
but not like I'm going to wear an airy shirt because it's the summer. No, I'll still wear a cardigan.
He does it very, very good. He does. I did get very scared at the end of the MV that the dog might just disappear and that it was like that the dog had died.
What? No. Why would you do that?
Because I get terrified about losing pets.
Yoongi would not allow that in his video.
Well, I know, but I was like, actually, you could... That, a lot of this is kind of how it feels. The idea for me of getting a new pet, you're opening yourself up to heartbreak.
Shh.
Well...
While he sits there in his cone.
You know what I mean, though? It is... I love their songs because you can always make them applicable to so many different situations. You could come in and look at this as friends, relationships, family, loss, animals, grief. So much stuff. It makes it so rich and so open.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear we've interpreted this wrong or that's how it might be. That is the beauty of why they create stuff, because it's cathartic for him for whatever reasons he needed to do it, but he does it so that we can use it as we need to.
Yeah. And lyrics aside, a song makes you feel how it makes you feel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, I feel like whenever I think I've reached the top of the respect level that I have for him, because he's not a bias to me.
There's no space on this sofa for anyone else to bias my man.
But I've always said I just have a certain respect for him, and each time I think it's like I couldn't respect you anymore, he adds another flaw on.
I feel like this is a song I will get lost in on headphones.
It's going to go on the soup playlist. I could just stir away from it.
Her vocal is lovely. His vocal...
Oh yeah, gosh, Are You? I'm so sorry.
We will come back to Are You, but his vocal, I need more of it. He's got a lovely tone to his voice.
I hope he puts like a bit of space between this and like Deshata. Like then when he performs, don't break people.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying. Take them on a journey, but let's not make it like sudden.
Yeah.
She must have really felt this song as well. I think that comes across in
I think
her
it
voice.
comes across really well in her voice. Yeah.
I'd have loved to have seen their process.
Maybe we will in like the documentary or something. It might be in there. So, do you know what? I feel like this hasn't been a very good video for us, as in like a reaction video. I feel like it's been all over the place, and I feel I'm still completely overwhelmed.
It's
Do you know
difficult.
what I mean?
I can't see how I would not be able to watch how other people have reacted to
No.
it, but I would be interested to see if they feel as
Yeah, because I know we don't seem excited, but I really loved it. I'm just like, overwhelmed is the only word I can think of.
I think he'd appreciate how we look at it.
Yeah.
And how we talk about it. And that we aren't just sat going, oh my god, I love him so much. Wow, that's
my
great.
other Yoongi videos.
But he's taken time into
Yeah.
writing this and what he's wanted to say, and I'm glad that whilst we have been probably all over the place, as
we
you've
have.
said, we've tried to take it in and
I just hope
genuinely love it.
that he and people watching just appreciate that it makes you think and feel, and that doesn't always make sense. Do you know what I mean?
No. And what we think and feel about it right now could change after we've only listened to it 1 and a bit times.
Yeah.
If you're still here, well done.
Well done. I'm clearly not here. Okay, so that was our reaction to August D. We've referred to him as Yoongi all the way through.
Yeah, the man of many names.
Yes. August D. People Part 2 featuring IU. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.